for everybody that's tuning in, y'all are now here with me, Marilynn Beauty, and we are live with Fly Guy, Mr. Fly Ty, our celebrity stylist. Ty, let them know what's
What's up?
going
What's
on,
up?
what's up with you. Like, let them know. Let
What's
them know who
going
you
on,
are.
y'all? Those who's tapping in, man. It's Fly Tie from New York, man, from Brooklyn. Fashion designer, celebrity stylist. I co-hosted iHeartRadio Morning Podcast before. I've been on New York Fashion Week, style NFL players on New York Fashion Week. Worked with a few celebrities. You guys can check my highlights on my Instagram. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Content creator. I have two Instagrams. I have a horror page and a fashion page. I'm also a TikToker. I got a lot going on, man. I'm pretty much on every platform. I'm verified on Weekend Folk. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can tap in with all of that in my link tree.
Make sure y'all tap in, follow him, cause he's doing a lot of things out here. So I'm gonna start off. We're gonna start off about like, how did you get into fashion?
You say it again? You said how did I get
How did
into it?
Yes, how did you get into fashion?
Oh, I just wanted to look different from everybody else. I mean, I was always into fashion, but I didn't know how to go about, putting my looks together. So I got schooled into the game from my father, and from there I just basically just took different things, put it together, took some pieces that everybody else be wearing, and I just put my own flow to it, and I just hooked it up like that, and people got inspired by it and wanted me to do it for them, and then I just took off like that. I never really took it serious like, when I first started, like how most people, like when they rappers and
Mm-hmm.
when people first start, they don't realize their talent until the people tell them. So, when people was telling me my talent, that's when I just took it serious, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to find my niche. I was 17, undecided what I want to be, what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm older, I take everything I'm talented in and I put it all together, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Was your father like a stylist as well, or he just liked to dress nice?
He just like to dress nice. But, he's known for being the best dresser back in the 60s and 70s, high school days and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He schooled me into the materials and stuff. Gave me a rundown, of what people be trying to, his fashion repeats itself. So he just, schooled me on the old school stuff, telling me that everything that we're doing now ain't really new.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I basically do it. So I take what people wear now, and I introduce history into the modern times to give people a sense of when they see me, when they see me dressing on my Instagram, they can see that I'm tapped into my history based on the kind of stuff I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like to
So,
school people while I'm dressing up.
as you should. That's like you're educated, like you have education behind what you're doing. That's good. That's good to have.
Uh,
So who influenced your style? Like besides your
um,
father, if he is one that influenced your style.
I mean, honestly, nobody really influenced my style. I just kind of just experiment with everything. 'Cause fashion is art. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta experiment with different things to see what looks nice on you. So I like to step out of my comfort zone. 'Cause a lot of people they're too comfortable with what they wear. So I step out my comfort zone and I see what looks good on me. And the most important, you gotta feel good in what you're wearing. So when I step out my comfort zone, I feel good in what I'm wearing. I don't care how people judge me, and that's how I do it, man.
Right. As you should. I mean, you got to be comfortable with your own self. Because if you're not comfortable with yourself, then you're not gonna be comfortable. You got to be okay with who you are.
Facts,
If you let
facts.
everybody else get in your brain about who you are, you ain't gonna never be nobody.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you
a
don't know
fact.
who to be. You don't know where you want to be, where you want to go. I mean,
Definitely, man. That's what it's about,
wait.
man.
So who have you worked with in the industry so far?
I worked with some indie artists. I worked with some A-listers. I mean, I got Marcus Peterson styling in the NFL. It was his first fashion show on New York Fashion Week. And I was a part of the Love of Arts fashion show, which is a big event during Fashion Week. And I did that just off of networking. I have a gift for gab just for talking to people. So I made things happen. And I didn't even know the person I hooked that up with. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Mm-hmm.
all about how you move. You just gotta know how to move.
Right.
Once you go to certain events and you see who's who and who's
And you know
interacting
how
with
to
who,
network, you take you far.
yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. You gotta know who to approach, and who not to approach, because some people really be uptight and let you know they're unapproachable. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
You
So
gotta
you
know
just
how
got
to approach people.
you gotta know how to approach people without looking like a groupie, and you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You gotta know
That's
how
the
to.
number one rule.
Uh,
Knowing how to approach somebody without looking like a groupie. Oh my gosh.
uh,
Facts. I
so
know, I
that
know, I know all about it.
so
I know
that's
all about it.
so that's the That's the number one thing, man. You know, I chill with people that was winners in my circle growing up, so I know I looked at how they move and I applied my own skill with the way I move, and that's how I took off like that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I never was a people person, but I was a promoter for comedy clubs in New York, for some of the top clubs in New York City. So that kind of opened me up to talk to other people, outside and approach groups of people, 2 people, 5 people, 20 people. Just by
How long you
trying to
been
get
doing
that
that?
bag. But the comedy thing,
Mm-hmm.
doing comedy for like 7, 8 years, I became one of the top promoters. I made some of the most money out of most of the promoters. I was well respected, man. Well respected.
As
A
you should
legend,
be.
a legend in
Who
the
was
streets, man.
who was who was some like the who was some of the top comedians you met or like comedians you met that you would never forget doing comedy?
I mean, I met Paul Mooney before he died. I mean, I met him one time though. That was like a quick high and by, you know what I'm saying? Because he was smoking his weed outside. So, when people smoking their weed, they don't have to be bothered. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I met Paul Mooney, rest in peace. I met Michael Blackson. I was VIP with Michael Blackson at my club. I met Ashley Larry, Greg Barnes from the Chappelle Show. I got quite a few of the guys from the Chappelle Show tapped into my Instagram. So,
That's good. That's good. Any of
keep
them?
in touch with everybody.
Any of them ever cracked some jokes on you?
I mean, we didn't have that kind of relationship, because it was like, oh, when you're in a work environment, you don't really step out of your work environment, and get too
Mm-hmm.
close to people like that. But, everybody's cool with you from a distance,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, everybody's tapped in with each other. Now that nobody's working together no more.
That's true. So who are you looking forward to working with in the future? Who do you want to style?
I'm down to style whoever, man. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people need stylists. Because a lot of people think that they got designer clothes that they fly, but people don't
Exactly.
realize that you don't got to put all designer on from head to toe. I wear a lot of black owned stuff and I'm still fly. So it's all about how you put your pieces together.
Exactly. That's
You know
facts.
what I'm
That's true. But if you could work with any known artist right now, who would you choose to style?
saying? Known artists, I mean, just whoever people listen to, like some of the biggest names. I mean, like any biggest name is gonna bring you a lot more exposure to your brand or whatever you got
Exactly. So
going
that's what
on.
I'm
So
asking.
I don't
Who?
care about if I worked with a freaking Drake or Nicki or whoever. Yeah, that's better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Any of the biggest names is good with me.
That's cool. So
Hmm.
what was like one of your most difficult moments while styling with whoever you were styling with?
Wait, oh, you say it again? I'm sorry. I'm over here reading questions and stuff at the same time.
I said, what was one of your most difficult moments while styling somebody during your career?
Difficult moments. A difficult moment. I don't really have a difficult moment. I wouldn't say. Um, the hardest part of styling, is trying to get an idea of what the person sometimes want. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Mm-hmm.
why now what I do now is I learned as I started. I used to go based on what I think that they want, on how they might want it. I used to be concerned about they might like what they got. But now what I do, I just do my homework on people's Instagram accounts, look at their pictures and how they like to dress, and I try to apply
Mm-hmm.
it to that.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. Because sometimes if you just, what I'm saying. But I'm older now, and I learned a lot more. So I tell people they got to step out their comfort zone. Because how you want to style is if you want to be in the comfort zone. You can't want to style is if you want to stay the same.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's very true. That's true. You gotta be willing to experience. Like you gotta be willing to try different things because you don't know.
Yeah.
You might be used to one thing, but something else might look way better on you than what you're used to. So that's
Facts.
a fact. You do gotta try different stuff.
That's
So,
all it's
so
about, really.
what has been motivating you to keep pushing during this whole pandemic when everything was closed down? You couldn't really do much. What was keeping
Mm,
you motivated to, you know, keep going, keep pushing, knowing that this is something that you really
mm.
love to do?
What motivated me was being home. You know what I'm saying? Just being home. Like I said, when Clubhouse came about, I didn't know nothing about Clubhouse, but people were trying to get me on there because they know how I move in real life. So they're like, since you move and you network with all these people, man, I want to get you on the site. So I'm like, all right, bet. They introduced me to Clubhouse, and I just blew up kind of fast from this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I was
I
saying you
try
have
to
it.
tap in. They have a fashion community on Clubhouse, so I try to tap into the fashion community on the app because a lot of my connections in fashion was in New York. So I try to be more global, so I can be connected to people worldwide. So if I ever like was to travel, you know, what I mean, I could probably collab with some other stylists in other locations, whether it's Atlanta or wherever, Texas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to just be connected globally. So, you know, Clubhouse is what actually helped that out for a lot of people, even besides myself in fashion and even in music. You know what I'm saying? I built a lot of connections all over. So it's good to just have connections globally. You know what I'm saying? Because you got an opportunity that might take you further than fashion, like in Cali or wherever else.
Exactly. Clubhouse definitely global though. I wasn't even aware of Clubhouse either. I mean, I kept hearing about it, but I didn't really know much about it. I didn't really know what it was, what the app was, how the hell you get on it. Because I kept hearing everybody like, add me on Clubhouse, give me your Clubhouse. So I'm like, what the fuck is Clubhouse? How you get on it? And then
Right.
I found out what it was. I joined it, and then even me and you was doing, I think, every week. I was joining your Clubhouse meetings. We was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Right.
happy I got my club, man. My club is actually a real beneficial club than most other clubs on the app. A lot of
Yeah.
people on Clubhouse, they either promote one club or the other, either promote a fashion club or a music club. So I try to unite both industries together because fashion complements music, music complements fashion. So I feel like why not merge the two together and have connections from both fields together so that nobody don't have to hit up people in the DMs without the club being like, do you know somebody that do this or that? And my rooms have everybody all in one room.
Yeah, everybody, all different, even people that's not even in music. You had people that was doing cryptocurrency, you had people that was doing security,
Uh,
bodyguards, all different
uh,
type of people was in the room, definitely.
and I
And
have
it
some
was
of the
really a vibe.
strongest.
Like you got to connect with
Hmm.
so many different people. It was that room was a vibe, and it's still a vibe. It's still going on every week. So
Yeah,
guys, that y'all tuned in. If y'all on Clubhouse, make sure y'all follow me on Clubhouse. There's a room every week. If you're really into your business and you're doing your thing, you can meet so many different people on there.
right.
Like so many different people on there.
A lot of big influencers in the room. A lot of big entrepreneurs, black-owned designers especially. A lot of brand ambassadors too, man. A lot of the top brand ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people who got large following, large engagement to help you grow your brand. So that's what it's about. I try to have real organic connections and then not just anybody in the room. So, you know, everybody's very beneficial in my club. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As you should.
And most importantly is that I know my team. I don't just have anybody in there. Everybody is somebody I actually know personally, like Marilyn especially. So, you know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Thank you for having me on there, cause I ain't gonna lie. Like I got a lot of dope connections from there. I did a lot. Like it. Thank you. Just thank you. And thank you for coming and joining me tonight too.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. My
Right.
pleasure. My pleasure.
So do you style only female? I mean only male, or do you style female and
I actually don't sell anything. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I used to actually do clothes way back then, but then I transitioned to styling because more people
no? I
wanted to.
said do you only style like do you style female and male?
Yeah, yeah, both.
Both.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I get more requests from guys because females haven't really hit me up like that. I had a few females hit me up, but you don't know who's serious nowadays. Everybody wants something, but they don't even have, they don't have the money or they're not really ready. You know what I'm saying? They just want to just get
Mhm.
info.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I work with people. I know we're in a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I work with people with budget. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't never shortchange myself though. You know what I'm
As you
saying?
shouldn't, because everybody got to eat. Listen,
Yeah,
everybody got to eat, and there's money to be made, and everybody got money. They just ain't want to spend it. All right?
yeah, that's a fact.
So,
You know what I'm
buff it
saying?
up.
So, or if a person could wear Gucci, they could afford black owned. Or
Exactly. Exactly. Do you have a specific demographic in styling? Like, do you only style for a certain type of people, or do you do
I
any
work
type of
with, like I
style?
said, I'm open to work with anybody. I don't work with nobody in particular. As long as they're serious about business, I'm working with them. Like I said, waste of time is worse than waste of money. So as long as they don't waste my time, I'm good. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So if somebody was to come to you like a pop artist, you will be able to style a pop artist.
Of course, why not? I used to dress like a rock star back in the day. Word.
Move.
Talking about MySpace days.
Move. That's back in the day for real.
Word. I mean, I don't not no more now because I'm older now, but you know what I'm saying. But I still got all of that in me though. I'm still fly tie, man.
Period. So you had to start. That was from the bottom. That's from the bottom. You had to start up as a rock star. Start from
Yeah.
the bottom.
Rope chains down to the rope chains back in the day. The rope chains. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Motorcycle jackets with the spikes.
Oh yeah, you was outside for real.
Yeah,
You was on
throwback.
your bullshit.
Throwback. I used
Um,
to have the freaking what I used to have, the mohawks, not the flat tops. I had the flat top style. I had everything, man. I had all styles you could think of. All
wow.
kinds of hairstyle. I even had honey blonde hair before. Like, I had everything.
Nah, I could see you with honey blonde hair, but I can't see you with no mohawk and no flat
Now I
top.
wouldn't call it a mohawk. It wasn't a mohawk. It was more like a flat top, you could say.
I can't see it. I don't see it for you.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, like
see
I said, I used to have cornrows. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't even remember that, but I had cornrows before. And they used to go right to my shoulder, and I cut it off.
Nah, I don't remember that either.
I have throwback pictures, serious TBT pics.
Yeah, and you're a whole different breed now.
Yeah, man, because
But
I was scared of losing my hairline, so I was like, I ain't gonna keep this for too long. You know, once you lose your hairline, it's over.
yeah,
That
you
stuff
should
mess
go.
up your hairline. People braid too tight. I was going to the Africans. It was killing my hairline. You know,
God,
had to cut my braids.
you tender headed.
Huh?
You tender headed.
I mean, at first, yeah, like when you first get your hair braided for the first few times, that shit hurt. Until your hair really grows out, then it's like whatever, you know. But I didn't have the maintenance because you see, I was 95 in New York. Having braids in this type of weather is a killer.
Yeah,
But I had
too
bad
hot, too
experiences
hot.
too, man. I remember one time I burst shit in my head. You know, I burst shit in my braids before, so
So
that was, that's
if
when I was like,
anybody, if anybody was wanted to start to get into the fashion industry with the styling, and they came to you for advice, what would you tell them?
just try to just be different, man. And like I said, you gotta be different from everybody else, and just make sure that you know, make sure before you get into the fashion business that you know what's going on in the industry first. That you're aware of how the industry works and you tap in with people like myself and the other people that's really big in the industry to know how it's like going into the music industry. Know the music industry and the knowledge of it before you jump into it because you could get scammed, you could get robbed. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're getting into before you get into it.
Mhm.
Because it's not like fashion industry is not easy to get in. Like you, for one, you got to be well connected. Because if you're not connected, you're anti-social, you don't talk to people, you're not gonna get nowhere in the industry.
Mhm.
You got to know a lot of people. You know what I'm
Got to be
saying?
willing to network, and that's really what any business, to be honest.
Yeah. You got to be knowledgeable. If you're not knowledgeable, then don't waste your time. For
Yeah.
real. That's the most important, man.
So, where do you see your career taking you in
Man,
2 3
listen,
years, give or take?
I'm thinking probably movie production or something. Cause like I said, besides fashion, I'm talented in a lot of different things. Like
Mhm.
I'm I'm doing acting and cosplay. I'm in a whole horror community. You know what I'm saying? I got that feel going crazy right now. I'll be editing my own videos, everything going crazy. My content is just stupid different than a lot of people. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you just
So
like jack of all trades.
basically, but I've been taking my cosplay shit serious though. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on my editing skills. I've been getting better with pictures, video edits, and I do everything by myself. I don't got nobody helping me with nothing.
So are you looking for a team to work with, or are you comfortable
Yeah,
working by yourself?
of course. But I need a team that's reliable. I can't just have anybody that's like they're gonna be on my team and it's like they MIA when I need stuff done. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I just need a team that's gonna really be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll be holding it down alone. But it'd be hard. But you know, sometimes when you do it alone, your skills get a lot better because you advance
Mhm.
yourself. So
Exactly.
I really got mad at advancing my skills and my talent with my editing and stuff.
Yeah, you
So
teaching yourself a lot. So when you do get the right person to come help you, you could teach them to do it how you want it to be done.
facts. You feel me?
Right.
So that's all it's about. Yeah, you know, I want a team. And like I said, the fashion is definitely gonna kick in for me. Like I said, that's gonna come as I'm still working and doing, you know, like interviews like I'm doing with you and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
I got a few write ups coming up. I was a part of fashion industry panel this year, which is another big thing. So I got a lot of things coming, man. I just gotta stay tuned, stay tapped into the IG. Y'all gonna see I'm always elevating, man. I'm always making new moves. You
As you
know,
should be. If you ain't elevating, what you doing?
man. Listen, you gotta elevate,
Exactly.
man. That's the whole. I
Exactly.
think everybody that was in the pandemic should have been elevated. Nobody should have just been sitting on their ass, man. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people wasn't working,
Honestly,
but y'all should have. This should have made everybody elevate.
you wasn't working, but you had nothing but time to think. You had time to think, so you had free time. So many ways to figure out how to get things done, how to do things differently. So it's really no excuse.
That's a
This was
fact.
like the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic was a time it gave nobody. You had no excuse to give everybody time to think. You had time to think and strategize and figure out how you wanted to do things. So when the world
Mm-hmm.
got back together, you already knew what was going on. You already had this shit in play. It should be no slacking.
Nah,
Like it
word.
should really be no slacking.
That's a fact, man. You just gotta keep on working and keep pushing yourself. You know what I'm
Exactly. And I
saying?
interviewed like a lot of people over this weekend, and when I asked like everybody, how did the pandemic affect their work, their art, their skill, their crafts?
Yeah.
Everybody said it made them much better. Like
Mm-hmm.
it helped them more than it hurt them
Yeah, facts.
because
Yeah.
you had nothing but time to think. You had time to actually strategize, take your time
Yo,
and do
listen, even
things
these
the
social,
right way. There was no rush
even
because there
even
was nothing
these
to do.
even these social media platforms was trying to help elevate people. That's why they made everything monetized. You know what I'm saying? Every app right now is monetized right now because they're trying to make everybody make money because they know everybody's suffering right now. So there's not
Mhm.
one app you could go on and say you can't make money on it. You can make money on Facebook. You can make money on Instagram. You can make money on TikTok. You can make money on every app. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You just gotta know how to use the platform. You don't know how to use the platform, you're not gonna make nothing.
Right. That's
There's no
true.
excuse. There's no excuses to be broke. You know what I'm saying? Everything is there for you. You even got fan base, man. You got everything.
Exactly. You just have to be determined and consistent with your
Facts.
content. That's all you gotta
You
do. Just
you
be
can even make
consistent with
money.
your
You can even make
content.
money on Instagram Live. For real.
Look at me,
For
living
real,
proof.
man. Like all people gotta do is buy badges and support your live. That's all they gotta do. Everybody, even your biggest celebrity like Soldier Boy got the monetization on his live. And people supporting by badges. That's how you get paid on Instagram Live. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuses out there.
At all. That's why
You know?
you gotta get them game. You gotta get them the game. Tell them what's going on. Tell them how to do it. A lot of people on
Yeah.
this live right now that
Listen, man,
want to know how
they
to do
got
it.
YouTube. They got YouTube to teach you free game. YouTube is there in details to teach you free game. I could rewind the videos and everything. I learned a lot of stuff on YouTube. My YouTube channel blew up over the pandemic. You feel me? I got 2.85K subscribers. My subscribers went up crazy.
Congratulations, because that's actually um good.
Thank you,
Because
man.
YouTube start paying you. All you need is a certain amount of followers, so that's good.
I post videos every
Congratulations.
week. Every week I post new videos. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said like you can make money out here, man. YouTube, whatever. There's money out there. Try to go get it.
So you plan on staying in New York to further your career, or you plan on moving? What?
Yeah, I wouldn't say staying in New York my whole life, but I want to build my connections globally before I go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Build my connections out there. If I go to Hollywood, I want to be lit in Hollywood with everybody I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Right.
connections could get you anything. That's why I try to be tapped into other things besides just fashion and stuff because people in every kind of field. You could have somebody that could be beneficial to what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's real estate or whatever. You gotta be cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to have everybody in my club room.
Yeah. No, your club room is really lit. So I know like they be fake banding on Instagram if you
Yeah,
saying like search Clubhouse shit, but I don't really know. I don't think they gonna catch this. But if they do, like whatever.
yeah. Just
But
don't say
guys,
Clubhouse.
if you are on Clubhouse, make sure y'all follow Fly Tie on Clubhouse. Follow him on Instagram if you under here, cause he's doing a lot of good things. In Clubhouse, he has this room every Tuesday and Thursday at 8. It's still at 8,
Oh, it's from 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
But
Every
I
Tuesday
don't
and
know if I'm gonna be able to
Thursday.
host that room. My other job is about to come back next week, man. So my club room might not even be happening the way it was happening before. After this week is done,
But
only be.
it's okay. It's still gonna be something going on because everybody that been tapping in is used to tapping in. So once
I
they
might
see
have
it
to
come
do like a
on,
late night. I might have to change my
they
hours to like a late night hour, because my club room hours about to be messed up now because my other job, my full time job is coming back. So
It don't even matter what time you do it. Listen, if y'all on Clubhouse, make sure y'all follow on Flat Tire. If y'all on Instagram and y'all in this live, y'all not following him, make sure y'all follow him because he always got some good shit going on. Because
facts.
Clubhouse, his room is always lit. There's a lot of networking going on in the room. Some people all over the world. It might be somebody living in the same hood as you, don't even know it, that can help you.
Yeah,
So, Clubhouse is really a networking social media. Help you build a lot of connections and a lot of different things. So if you're about your business, then you go on Clubhouse. It's not for fun. It's not for games. It's not Instagram. It's not just to post and look cute. Clubhouse is a real networking social media. So if y'all about your shit, download Clubhouse. Follow Fly Top. I'm still getting my stuff, so
Marilyn doing her thing, man. Support her podcast, man. She got it going on. I like to see people trying to grow their business and their podcasts, because I know it's not easy. Just getting
it's not, but thank you. I'm getting it done. You know, I'm like now I'm on the postpartum. I'm getting back on the road. You know, so
yeah, man. She got me on here, man. So you gotta give your flowers early, because you never know these days.
Exactly.
That's what people love now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
As long as I knew Marilyn, she always been in something new.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be hearing it a lot, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that compliment. Thank you for tuning in with me, joining my live, joining my podcast. I really, really appreciate you. And you can let people know where and how to find you, everything that you got going on, anything you want them to tap into.
Well, this is my main account here. I mean, the first thing I should follow is this page right here. It's my main Instagram account. You know what I'm saying? I do follow people back. You know what I'm saying? As long as you genuinely is organic on my page and show love. You know what I'm saying? Because I do unfollow people that's ghost followers. Definitely give me a follow on this account. If you guys have any other social media platform, I have a link here in my bio. You guys could tap into that. Follow my second Instagram. If you guys are into the horror community, or if you guys are just into fashion, just follow this page. Tap into my Clubhouse. I got Clubhouse. I got everything. Twitter, all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. Stay connected with me, man. Build relationships. Don't just connect with me just for tonight. Connect with me for a long term. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Period. And that's just that on that. And that's Fly Top for y'all, celebrity stylist. Make sure y'all tune in. He just gave y'all all info to connect with him. And thank you again, Ty. Really, really, really appreciate you joining my podcast and my live. Thank you for your time. And until next time.
My pleasure. Be safe, Marilyn. Later, y'all.
All right, thank you. Later.